Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to another review video. That's right, we're going to be reviewing something different. Yeah, I've been reviewing a lot of movies and all that, and I've reviewed some streaming services. But something I have not done in a little bit, I guess I have done the My Life as a Teenage Robot TV show review, but I haven't been reviewing a lot of TV shows on this channel in a while. And when I do, it's usually hit or miss. Sometimes I'll do them and take a break and all that, or sometimes I'm I'll do them and and then I won't touch on it again in a long time, But in this video, I actually want to review something for you guys. A little something special. See, I've been going through some depression and all that, and, one thing I like to do when I go through depression, this actually has nothing to do with the video. I've been wanting to make this video anyway, but I have been dealing with a lot of people being disrespectful and rude and all that, going to places, I went to KFC and somebody was cussing at me because I couldn't use a card. I'm like, lady, you're in a workspace. I'm like, you shouldn't be cussing. I mean, she wasn't cussing at me, but she was cussing directly at me, like in a pissy mood. I'm like, you should not be doing that, I've been dealing with a lot of that stuff. Also, I've been kind of, I broke my elbow and all that, and I gotta wear this cast. It's really annoying. On Tuesday, I should be able to get it taken off. I don't know, I'll have to see. I'm going into the doctor on Tuesday, but I don't know if I'll be able to take it off or not, just because, I've been trying to, put it on. It's a real pain in the butt to put on, and they tell me to take a break from it, which is what I'm trying to do, and, trying to wear the sling over the little cast thing and all that. It's not like a real cast, where you sign your name on it, but it is a cast in a certain way. And I just couldn't get the sling over it. It doesn't fit my arm, because my dad has big arms and he works out with cars and all that. So he's got bigger arms than I do, but, yeah, it's just kind of one of those things, but I'm hoping I didn't screw it up anymore because I'm so done with this. I can use the arm a little bit, but I'm trying not to use it a lot, just because. I was making sure my phone didn't zoom in on me, because it does that sometimes. It'll zoom in on the camera, and I need to put my screen protector on it too, which I have it on there. I just haven't put it on there yet. I need to. I have to remember to do that in the morning. But the thing is, though, my point is I get, I get depressed and all that, but I like to watch TV, TV keeps my mind off of it, and not to mention, having you guys here helping me out feels nice, too, which, by the way, I am trying to hit 1K subs, trying to hit 1K subs. So if you guys can do that, you guys hit the subscribe button would help me out a lot. I do appreciate people who are tuning into my videos. I do appreciate that. I do have a video planned for my 500 subs, but because I screwed my arm up, everything kind of got messed up. But, I feel I'm kind of looking forward and looking forward to kind of doing that reward video for you guys at some point. Not to mention the SpongeBob video I have planned too. But, anywho, now that we got all this settled, let's go ahead and get into the video, because I was talking about TV shows. One TV show I like to watch is Blue's Clues. Yeah, I know. It's a educational show for babies and this and that. Actually had somebody comment on me about that on a reaction, and I was like, I'm an adult and still like going back to this show. This show is one of the kid shows that really holds up well. It really does. Not just it, but a lot of other kid shows do here. That's what's so amazing about Nick Jr. / Noggin, whichever you want to call it. Technically Noggin is dead, they shut down the platform, but it was originally Nick Jr. anyway. I think Noggin was like a different blog or something. I don't know if it ever completely replaced Nick Jr. at one point in time or not, but I grew up watching Nick Jr. and Noggin, and I loved watching this stuff, you know? It was really nice. It really was. And not to mention daycare and all that, I would go and, like, we would watch VHSs of this. Because, yeah, Special Learning Center, which I guess is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of a daycare, but it was a preschool, you know, too. But, so I didn't just go there to be watched. I went there to, like, learn, you know, because I struggled. And we did do this stuff. We watched, like, you know, an episode of Steve going to outer space, learning about the planets, you know, the 9 planets, I would say. I mean, I know people are saying 8 planets, but Pluto will always be a planet to me. I don't get why they ousted it. They try to say, like, they say different things, like, oh, it never completed its orbit and all that, it never this and that. We're also talking about the same people that are like keep going back and forth on life on planets and all that. Like, literally, like, if you go look it up, they'll like do that. They'll go look at, you know, life and all that, you know, and like say like they found life on other planets, and then they say they don't and all that. And not to mention they also do the same crap with, like, apparently now Neptune is not a dark blue. So I mean, clearly we don't know a whole lot about space, but I do know Pluto has its own moon and all that, you know, so it's kind of, it's like in part of the Kuiper Belt, but it's also kind of like, it actually has its own moon. So, I don't know, but we learned about that in school. We learned about dreams. Like, well, we didn't learn, like, we weren't taught that, but we weren't taught that, I don't think, in school, if I can remember correctly, but we did watch an episode of Blue's Clues with that in it. And that's what was so cool, you know, like, it was so nice, you know, but I have a lot of memories with this, you know. I even used to have a bunch of Blue's Clues stuff, you know. Unfortunately, over time, a lot of it disappeared, you know, and all that. My mom did buy me some more for Christmas, but, you know, I still don't have the Steve doll replaced and all that, you know, but I do have a lot of that stuff, you know, I do. I got a lot of that. But one thing I will say, too, about Blue's Clues is, even though it's nostalgic, it actually has had a multiple spin-offs, or reboots, or whatever, what you want to call it. Because technically, I guess Blue's Room would be considered a spin-off, because it's not really focused on actual Blue's Clues. Yeah, Blue's Room was one of the spin-offs that kind of drove the original show into the ground. I feel like the original show is still good. Like, I watched the rest of the episodes because I did that whole What Was Ruining Blue's Clues video, or was it R.I.P.? I can't remember. But clearly, you know, they really went downhill there because they kept shoving that into the actual show instead of focusing on that. It's making it its own thing, which I kind of felt like was stupid. I guess they wanted to make it sell very well, like, or do very well, but you kind of ruined your other show by doing that. And not to mention, they also, like, years later, they would make a reboot of Blue's Clues, like an actual reboot, called Blue's Clues and You, which I was actually going to review. I think I was going to review it, like, because there's another reboot after that one that I'm going to talk about, but this reboot, like, the Blue's Clues and You one I'm talking about, not the one I'm actually talking about in this video, but the one I'm mentioning here, which is Blue's Clues and You. That one, I don't know, I don't really care for that show too much. I kind of don't like it. I watched it, and a lot of episodes are ripping off older episodes and all that, and the CGI looks so just bland. Like look at this. Look how much better it looks here than, you know, Blue's Clues and You. It just looks so much better. Like, I mean, down the road when I do the review on that show, I will compare it, but I don't remember, like, hating everything about it, but yeah, I just don't know. It was just not very good, for at least what I remember. But again, I'll go back to the show and watch it, just to see. But the thing is, though, is they actually made another reboot, or I guess it'd be kind of a spin-off of Blue's Clues and You, called, I guess, Blue's Clues nursery rhymes or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, it's like about singing and all that, but clearly it can't be as bad as Blue's Clues and You, right? Like, right? I'm sorry. What the fuck is this? I'm really, like, what the hell is this? Like, what is this? What is this supposed to be? Like, look what they did to Blue here. Like, what's wrong with their eyes? Like, their freaking eyes are all, like, sparkly. Like, the animation looks even worse than Blue's Clues and You, which, by the way, already, I don't, not a fan of the animation as it is, as I told you guys, but this show is even fucking worse. It's even worse. Like, look at it. Like, what the hell did they do to these characters? Like, I swear I'm not kidding, if this is only a screenshot, the animation in this show is very bad. Like, it is really bad. Like, if you watch it, it's very, very freaking bad. And, I mean, I don't want to show off the clips anymore, because, Paramount will be up my ass about that, because, they've taken down videos before I made with showing off clips. I don't get why, I'm only showing clips off, I'm not, showing the entire episodes off, but, yeah, that's kind of why I don't really show off clips anymore, but, seriously, though, look how bad this looks. This looks fucking awful. And not to mention, basically, it's not even about freaking clues, it's about fucking just singing and dancing. Which may not seem like a bad thing, but honestly, it's freaking bad. Like, it feels so lifeless. Like, somebody took out the freaking soul of the, original show and the reboot, and actually made this way worse. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. They made this freaking even worse. Like, I don't even know how the hell they did this. But it's freaking really lazy and all that. And honestly, the songs, I mean, they're not all bad, but a lot of them are not very good. And the ones that are good they're just remixes of freaking like older songs. Like, they're just like Itsy Bitsy Spider and all that. Like, it's freaking like lazy versions of the songs, like lazy versions and all that. And by the way, there's no characters talking, so you just you're just looking at the characters dicking around and doing random shit while the songs are playing, and it has nothing to do with the episodes. Now you could say, well, this could be aimed for little kids, which, I mean, it's true, it can be, but I wouldn't want kids to watch this. Not saying I have kids, but if I had kids, I wouldn't want them to watch this shit. I'd rather them watch fucking something that'll teach them shit, not this brain-rotting bullshit here, I'm like... And honestly, it doesn't even scream Blue's Clues. I mean, they have a couple characters in here that are Blue's Clues, but they just throw them in there with live-action people and all that. Or not live-action people, I mean, regular humans and all that, which... I mean, in the original show, they had Miss Marigold and all that, But it felt more like its own world. It had its own characters. Here, they have, Periwinkle and all that. Which, by the way, Periwinkle and the other characters look fucking awful, too. They look awful. They just look awful, and, I'm just like I said, I just don't I don't get it. I don't know why the hell they did this. Honestly, I know this might sound like something that's getting old here to say, but I feel like this show was made by AI. I know, people are probably sick of people saying that, but this show legit doesn't feel like it was made by actual humans. I mean, look at the animation looks off, the freaking, even the, I mean, the singing maybe made by humans, I don't know, but, it feels like it has no human soul in it, it feels totally fake, it feels like, I mean, it's supposed to be fake, it's a cartoon, but it feels really, really, really fake. And I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Also, if you look it up on Google, I was trying to look up, because I was going to put in the, I was actually going to put in the, the year it came out and the date, but I didn't really find anything on that except for, 2022, so I'm like, that wasn't very helpful. Another instance where Google you look up something and Google can't give you the exact date. Like, I don't understand that. I had that problem with my Scooby-Doo episode review. The one, I think it was the one with Halloween episode, I believe. I can't remember. But, yeah, I don't know. But that's the problem, though. That's my problem with this show, though. I feel like it's just like, it feels so damn lazy and all that, and it feels so soulless. Like, again, these characters look fucking awful. Like, look at them, though. They just look horrible. Also, they have Rainbow Puppy in here, too, for some reason. Like, I don't get the point of Rainbow Puppy. A lot of people are saying, it could be an LGBTQ thing. I don't know. I know that autism is also a tie-dye thing, too, or colorful thing. That's the autism colors. So, I don't really know, but yeah, Rainbow Puppy's in here, too. I do kind of like her design, like, well, not here. I mean, she looks freaking, like, pretty bad here. She looks fake, but I do, like her colors and all that, but even though, they made her talk in the Blue's Clues movie and all that, but yeah, it's just like, but that's the problem, though, with this, show. It's just so bad. Also, it only lasted, 5 episodes in one season, so clearly it did not do very well. It did not do very well. And I mean, each episode I think is like 30-something minutes long, I believe. So I mean, it's longer than a typical 22-minute episode like the original show was. But I don't know about the reboot. I think the reboot might be the same way. It might be 22 minutes too, but my problem is, though, again, this is probably why it didn't last very long, because of how bad it is. Like, this is just so boring. Like, it's so fucking boring and dull and lifeless. I don't know what else to really say about it. I just fucking hate this show. I hate what they did to Blue's Clues. I hate what they did to it. They turned it, they went from, like, it's about a show about, a dog who plays clues and all that, and teaches you stuff, to this. And I know there's Blue's Room and all that, that's different, but even that show taught you stuff. It taught you stuff. This show is just fucking boring. I mean, I guess there is a song where they teach you about sign language, but again, it's so fucking lifeless. I'm like, you could probably go anywhere else and watch fucking something like this instead of learning a damn sign language in this episode. Like, I don't get, or the show in general. I just don't fucking get it. But yeah, it's just fucking bad. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and just give this show I'm gonna be giving it a bad here. My show a bad. Yep, it's getting a bad, and it's also getting 0 points. Sorry too about the whole I was trying to get the 2DS thing. It's kind of harder to actually get the 2DS. With and all that with like one hand and all that. I'm using the hand with a sling too, so. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the fact that this show gets 0 points is just showing you again how bad it is. And I mean, I may be just saying that because I'm reviewing it, but trust me, if you guys watch the show, you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Not to mention, the thing is, though, Nick Jr. is also known for having, shows that hold up very well. I've talked about that, at the beginning of the video. Like, I feel like a lot of shows from Nick Jr. tend to hold up. And they're usually not too bad. This one is just bad. Like, it's probably the worst Nick Jr. show I've seen so far. I'm sure there's some bad ones out here, but this one's just fucking awful. Like, it is awful. Definitely would not recommend this. You know, I'm just like, you'd be better off just like watching, like the original Blue's Clues. Maybe Blue's Clues and You, but again, I'm like, that show kind of ripped off a bunch of the original episodes and all that, from the original show. I don't know, but I remember there being, like, I was actually watching the show, because in the past I mentioned how they rip off the episodes and all that, but I actually went to watch the show, and I remember there being some original episodes in the show, so that's good. But, yeah, but that's the thing, though. This one just feels lifeless, and definitely not a big fan. Like, I really hate what they did to Blue's Clues. It's really sad, like, they just turned it into this, and all. But the fact that it only lasted 5 episodes, at least, is good, because that means they can't make any more shitty trash like this. Unless they try to find another way to make it worse, which I don't know how the hell they could do that. I'm sure they can find a way. Or they could try to do it with their other Nick Jr. shows, But, yeah, I don't know. Also, I want to point this out, too. Apparently, there's also another Blue's Clues thing, too. I'm not going to do a review on it, but I actually thought it was actually better. It's like a breathe in and breathe out exercise thing. You can breathe in and out, and it'll show you, like, the jungle and other locations. It was actually pretty nice, but it didn't feature Blue at all. So it felt very pointless. Like, maybe they could have had Blue, maybe, like, you're trying to breathe in and out, and trying to look for Blue, like, maybe she's hiding somewhere, because she does that a lot. At least in the original show. I don't know about the reboot, but I know in the original show, she hid a lot. It was always really funny seeing Steve trying to find Blue. I don't remember if she did that with Joe or not. Like, she did that more with Steve, because they started making her more and more like a humanish dog character, and less, of a dog, That's kind of how we got Blue's Clues and Blue's Room and all that, Because, they kind of were fading that away, That's what it felt like throughout the show. Like, I noticed that, like season 1, Blue was more of a puppy, and same with season 2, but they started, like, making her, like, act more and more like a human and less like a dog. I mean, she was still a dog, obviously, but you had the clues and all that, but that's what it felt like. And then they decided to make Blue's Room and all that, so. But I'll try to tackle those episodes, those shows down the road. I don't know if there's any more, but the fact that I found this one is just kind of sad because of how bad it is. And the fact that they have this, but not Blue's Clues and You on there. I don't think they have Blue's Room on there anymore either. I was looking for Blue's Room. I don't think they had it on there anymore either. And also, they have, they don't have the Blue's Clues movie. They actually never really had it on Paramount Plus. Like, I feel like they never had it. Or if they did, they had it at the very beginning, because, I have that on I have the Blue's Clues movie on DVD, but I don't have it on, they don't have it on streaming, so I have to go on DVD to watch it. Actually, I think I have it on VHS, too. I think I do. I could be wrong. But anywho, though, I'm gonna go ahead and get going now, so see you guys later. I know I'm kind of ending it kind of weird, but I just don't have a lot else to say in this video or this show. I just ready to kind of get going. But if you guys seen the show, let me know what you guys think. I'm sure a lot of people probably hate it, but there might be some people that might like it too. I'm not one of them. I completely despise it, but I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and get going now. See you guys later. Bye-bye.